All right. Just start from the beginning.
Give me 1 second. I'm not timing it yet.
How was your week?
Fucking weird and busy.
Mm.
How was yours?
I was busy too. I'm an ambulance driver now. I knew you'd get a laugh out of that. How did I know?
Are you like really driving them around? Are you driving the fucking ambulance?
No, I will. I was at the DMV for 4 hours yesterday. I was there the day before. I was there a little bit later in the day and I was there the day before asking what I needed
To become an ambulance driver.
Yeah, because I told you last couple of weeks I actually worked for the ambulance medical transport. You know, those are the ones without the sirens. They just load up people from dialysis or whatever.
Okay.
And bring them home. And so I was starting to work with him again. And now they make you go to the Department of Transportation and present a bunch of paperwork. And the last time I was there, they didn't have it for me. So my employer didn't have the stuff that I needed.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went there, so this time he gave me a bunch of stuff, and somebody down there says, you may as well just get your ambulance driver's license then too.
Mm-hmm.
So so to get ready for my next appointment, I got all my stuff together. I just had to do the live scan. Have you ever done those? Mm-hmm. Whereas some employers, they want to do a background check and they do it with your fingerprint.
Oh, okay.
I have to do it a bunch of times.
So you're going to actually drive the fucking ambulance?
I don't know. Yeah, it could be. It couldn't be. But I joke about that. I said, remember, I wouldn't trust myself just to drive it right away. I want to get used to it. It's different if you don't have a rear window and you got to use those mirrors and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to know what the braking distances and everything are. But I think they were mentioning it too, because actually you could drive the ambulance.
They pay you to drive the ambulance.
Oh,
It's got to be more.
That's a good. Oh, I didn't even think of that. But I thought it would give me more versatility if I wanted to work someplace else, or I wanted to give you a laugh. But I had an ambulance driver's license before, from 2009 to 2012, but I couldn't get hired by anybody. So it just expired. And so this time I had to do all this stuff. And then people at the DMV are nice, but some of them are new and they didn't know. And so one of the last guys I saw, he goes, I've never done an ambulance driver's license before. So before they figured everything, I had to show my EMT card and all this stuff, people over and over and over again. But I finally got it. Yes, but I would be able to drive the fucking ambulance.
It's hilarious, dude. You driving the ambulance is just fucking hilarious.
Well, see, to me, the funny part is they get worried about people with speeding tickets. I said, if it's just a speeding ticket, wasn't an accident. It wasn't that I was speeding and then had an accident. I was just speeding.
I think with the ambulance don't they have more freedom with that, with speed?
Yeah, but you can.
Because I've seen ambulances, man, drive 100 fucking miles an hour on the street.
If it's code 3, that's what was on the test. But remember, you still have to slow down to go through an intersection to 15 miles per hour. I mean, if it's a red light. But I would joke, I said, it's emergency. I said, they had all these speeding tickets with a normal car. Imagine what I could do with a siren. Imagine what would happen if somebody...
That's hilarious.
What would happen if somebody actually got out of my way? What do you want?
That's funny.
Sure, I got a ticket for going 115 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, but this is all with other people this is all with people in my way.
That's funny.
This is, what are you worried about? Worried about the people who haven't, actually, you need to worry about the people who've never sped or never speeded. Now, there's the ones you have to worry about. They don't know what to do. Okay. So, should I just start?
Yep.
Okay. I look like a lot of famous people, like Drew Carey, after chemo. Some people think I look like a serial killer. Really, I just play one on television.
I would say slow down.
Okay.
Do the opening again.
All right. So I look like a lot of famous people, like Drew Carey, after chemo. Some people think I look like a serial killer, but really I just play one on television.
Nice.
America's Most Wanted. Yeah. America's Most Wanted. I hate that show. No, wait. No, like Drew Carey after chemo. But that's right. Some people think I look like a serial killer. Really, I just play one on television. America's Most Wanted. Yeah, I hate that show, especially when they get my name right.
Oh,
Kaboom. I was supposed to be on Dateline, but it turns out they really hate it when you show up a day early.
Hilarious. Keep going.
Kaboom. Because I learned my lesson from the internet, because there I find out the girls never look like their picture. You think you're going to meet this really hot 14-year-old cheerleader. Oh, I mean, is that girl? I mean, 16. She should be able to drive herself home. And you go to meet her, she always ends up looking like a 50-year-old FBI agent. And she always has 4 friends who look just like her, wearing the same ugly windbreaker. It's a total buzzkill.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. And I was really sort of put off the whole idea about, I was just going to say, Dateline, blah, blah, blah. I don't really like those dating shows anyway. Well, that's the thing I don't like about Dateline. I was just thinking about something new. Because Dateline, they hate it when you show up a day early, because it turns out they don't want to take you on a date anyway. But, it never turns out to be a date anyway. It's even worse than those other dating shows, like Eliminate. I hated that show because the gates keep coming back,
Were you on that show?
No, I wasn't.
I was on Blind Date. I was in the top 4 of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my friend was number 1. She banged a dude in a jacuzzi.
Oh, wow. Yeah, some of those were good. But then they do they call it Eliminate, but the people keep coming back. When I did my version, the people didn't come back until the sequel, which I called Carbon Date. Kaboom. Rocks?
Carbon Date. It's fucking hilarious. See, you have the jokes, you just don't remember the fucking jokes.
No, I remember them. I just don't always know where to put them. But I said,
it's fucking funny, Carbon Date.
I was sort of put off, but I was always Roxy. I was sort of put off the idea of dating because I didn't want to date anymore. It was so hard. But then my mother passed away, and I realized I had to get out more because I knew she was in heaven watching me, and I got tired of her seeing me touch myself.
Hilarious.
Kaboom. Because one thing I learned is that how like some women, they say they're so lonely they wish they had a stalker. Turns out they're just kidding. Boy, does that get awkward. But some of these women you don't want to. I tell them, why would I need to stalk you anyway? I just bought a $3,000 telescope. I've seen you shower. You're getting a bronze shaver for Christmas.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. But some of these women you don't want to get with anyway. Some of these women are all attitude. Have you noticed they're always can't give you a straight answer? It's always answering a question with a question. You say, how you doing? And it's always, how'd you get in my house? Or, why are you following me? Or the one I can't stand. And like, and these girls have got nothing to say. I know, because I pull the socks out of their mouths. All I go, or they just want to talk about work. I said, I think it's kind of boring. I don't care how many Girl Scout cookies you sold. This is boring. I said, I know, is that gross? I know carbohydrates are disgusting. Kaboom! I tell these girls, I said, you're lucky I got you before high blood sugar. No one's chasing you down in a wheelchair. Kaboom. I mean, no one's after you in a wheelchair. But believe it or not, everybody, I wasn't always this smooth. I used to be kind of awkward. But then I realized, I had to go with my strengths. I just had to be myself. I just had to, find out something to wear and just wear it every day and not think about it. Not think, because people like that in a person. They like that sort of, they like somebody who's not complicated. And they're much nicer to you when they think you're autistic.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. So it used to bother me when the people thought that I was somehow autistic. They thought maybe I had Asperger's or something. It used to bother me. Now I just go outside, memorize a few license plates, read a phone book or two. But I try not to talk about it because people say that they're all for autism awareness and blah, blah, blah. But then how come they always run away when I have my screaming fits?
Kaboom.
Kaboom. And, they're all for autism. Yeah. I see the bumper stickers that said cure autism now, and they, people want to engage, but they get so mad when it would, they get so mad when I have to watch Sports Center at 10 p.m.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Does that work better than...
Say it again?
I said, yeah. People say they're sympathetic. They have these cured... I'm trying to change the joke around. They said cure autism now, and they want to engage and everything, but they always get so mad when I have to leave to watch Sports Center at 10 p.m. sharp.
I don't get it.
Oh, it was just, like some autistic, like in Rain Man. Remember every time, I could just leave it out. But, remember Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman were at the door of the house just so he could watch Jeopardy and not freak out?
Keep it in for now.
All right. Yeah, they get so mad when I have to watch Sports Center at 10 p.m. And then the other thing is, people just don't understand autism. I was in Cleveland. I saw these cups. It said Autism Awareness Cup, $7.95. I said, that kind of autism awareness. What kind of autism awareness cup is that? $7.95 for a cup that someone's going to smash? That's not awareness. It should at least come with crazy glue. Real autism awareness, that's 100 cups for 50 cents.
Kaboom.
Kaboom.
That's fucking hilarious.
100 cups for 50 cents and crazy glue. Or autism awareness is just one rubber cup for $5 that you can also wear as a hockey helmet. Kaboom.
It's fucking hilarious. Keep going.
Or maybe a beach chair with seatbelts. Kaboom. Forget that part. So...
Keep going. Don't lose your place.
No. Oh, so the other thing is... Too, the other thing about... job like it, because sometimes I wear this in the winter too. They said, really, aren't you cold? I said, no. You know what? I used to work for LA County, and those orange jumpsuits get so hot during the day. They said, Richie, should you really be here? I said, no, it's fine. My side of the freeway is completely clean. And then they say, kaboom. how'd you get such a great job with the county? I said, you know, I just happened to be in phone sales. Yeah, I say that's right, ma'am. For $10,000, you too can have your daughter back. No, it's fine. She doesn't remember a thing. No, because I'm figuring if a girl is having a good time when she's with you, do you really need to ruin it by waking her up, making her unhappy, and ruining your chances of being on the Supreme Court?
Kaboom.
So we did that. Blah, blah, blah. Don't. There's somebody, actually, I don't have autism. I actually have OCD. So just remember, you think these jokes are bad. I've got to go home and say them 3 more times. Kaboom.
Kaboom,
and do the kabooms with my other arm. Kaboom. I'm actually famous for my OCD. Because I was on a TV show called Obsessed. Because I have a cluttering problem. And I've lost so many girlfriends because of it. And then when I find them, I forget which bags I put them in. Kaboom.
Kaboom.
So the hard part isn't getting girls in my house. The hard part is getting them back out. You know, they want to save me. I'm the project. They.
It's fucking hilarious. What kind of project are you? Talk about that.
Yeah, I'm the project because they figure. You know, they feel bad for me. They figure I'm the safe bet because there's no way I could replace some. I replace some girlfriend. I'm as low as they can go. If they lose me, they've really fucked up. So they figure that they can.
Well, do you talk about you breaking up with them? Like they can't. Where are they gonna go if you break up with them?
Yeah, oh, right. Where are you gonna go if you break up with me? Oh, then you really screwed up. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, has Pam stayed in your bedroom?
Yes.
Oh man.
I actually one time, Chris, he was my birthday party. He said,
Does she usually stay in a hotel room?
"No, she stays here."
Damn.
Actually, it bothered me because sometimes she doesn't. It's gonna fun. She doesn't want the shower works, but she doesn't want to use it, which I understand.
That's fucking disgusting. I'm your friend.
I'm not.
Looks like a crime scene.
I know.
Looks like you killed somebody.
I'm not.
Like you smashed somebody in the head with a hammer and just left all the blood
and to let it dry. And yes, it's been dry for a few.
Did you paint it? Yeah, with somebody else's blood.
Right. It just
they splattered their head all over. The bottom.
Yeah. I said, yeah, it was Jackson Pollock. He didn't put his mind into anything. I put my mind and somebody else's mind all over that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yes, but she stayed there. You know, one of these days, I really want to get enough money or enough time to either pay someone to do that or to do it myself somehow.
Good luck. I'll pray
Thank
for
you. Thank you. I need it.
I'll pray for you. There's a lot of work in there.
It can be done. So the so LA County, blah blah. Yeah, I'm the yeah. They think if they lose me, they've really screwed up. They're not letting me go. But they always think they always think they can save me. They come in there. I mean, sometimes I make them sign a waiver.
That's funny.
I make them. Actually, it's the same with home invaders. I said, okay, but if you hurt yourself, this is your fault.
That's hilarious. That's new. Is that new?
Yeah, I mean,
that's hilarious.
I mean,
if my house got home invaded, I said, listen, man,
yeah.
You might not get out of here. Why don't you just sign this release for me?
Can you sign this release? Yeah, sign this release that I'm not responsible. I didn't tell you to come in here. I warned you.
It's funny.
Yeah, I said, I know you have a gun. All I have to do is stand behind a box.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
No, you don't.
You're never going to find me in this fucking house.
I said, in fact, and if you drop your gun and we lose it, who knows who it's going to kill? Kaboom. So, yeah, I tell these women, they always they want to start somewhere. I said, don't open that door. It's full of mementos. They open it, then they become a memento too.
Hilarious.
Yeah, people, they want to throw everything away. I don't think all my stuff might look like junk. It's not all junk. Just think of it as a museum without glass cases or note cards. Use your imagination. Try and figure something else out.
It's like an archaeological dig.
Yes, exactly.
It's what it looks like. Like they dug shit up and they just left it all there.
Yeah, it's like an archaeological dig. Now, and I was an anthropology major. And that's the thing. So why is it that when you find a mummified cat in an Egyptian pyramid, that's an artifact, but when you find one in my house, that's animal abuse? Kaboom. Especially, it's not even fair. Especially because the Egyptians were the original hoarders. That's all a pyramid is a place to hoard stuff. They just didn't hoard a bunch of trinkets. They hoarded servants. They hoarded their pets. That cat knew it was going to die because all the other animals were being embalmed.
Keep going.
With the brain getting scooped out its nose and things like that. That cat was terrified. My cat had a great life right until the bookshelf fell on her. She had no clue. And then she died stuck to the skirt of her favorite person.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Yeah, I was born with OCD. Actually, my mother, I think she had OCD too. She had those tendencies because she used to take me to the pier every Saturday. When I asked her why, she said she had to because I kept swimming back. Kaboom. And then when I was born, my mother was in labor for 18 hours. Not because it was a difficult birth, but I just kept going back to see if I'd left anything. And I cried, but not because the doctor spanked me, but because they took away my umbilical cord. I was still using that. I'm going to need these stem cells in 5 minutes when you drop me and pretend it was an accident. At least drop me twice because I do everything in even numbers.
Hilarious.
Kaboom. I came back again. My placenta was gone. I said, that's going to be a collector's item. I said, I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up and see this on Pawn Stars or Storage Wars because then I'm really going to be pissed.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Yeah, it's always hard to get to a show on time because I have attention deficit disorder too. Because sometimes I can't tell if I've gone around the block 4 times or not, then I have to start over. You like that?
It's hilarious. Keep going.
Did I go
23 minutes.
Yeah. I can't tell if I went around the block 4 times. And I got to do this all over again. But, the good news is when you're a hoarder, every day's like Christmas. Every day. Well, it's like Christmas when you're looking for something. No, it's like Christmas when you find stuff that you didn't know. It's like Easter when you're looking for something. It's like Christmas when you find something you forgot you wanted and didn't know you'd ever get it. Because I had to get new glasses the other day because I lost my other glasses. So then I had my glasses and lost, and they didn't work. I could see out of them fine, but I couldn't find my old glasses. The way something works is you replace something, and what happens is the minute you replace something, you find the thing that you replaced, and you've got 2 of them. But that didn't work. And then my glasses. So I've been out without. Excuse me. I've been without my glasses for 2 weeks. So I was driving by sonar, which means I was a real Batman. Kaboom, with a real bat cave.
You really have a real bat cave.
Yeah. Except bats won't go in there.
It's hilarious. Bats fly. They fly around it.
Yeah,
They won't be able to come out.
The bats. Yeah, the bats won't go in there. The bat cave. Yeah, just You know, like the real, just consider the house, the utility bill, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so but it was really empowering. I felt like a ninja, you know, because when I'm without my glasses, I don't have to see you to kill you. Kaboom. And fortunately, my girlfriend's in Cleveland. Well, it's not always a good thing, but she doesn't have to deal with my clutter all the time. But my girlfriend had cancer. She had cancer. She got over it about a little more than a year ago, or a year and a half ago. And she got over it a little more than, you know, a year and a half ago. And that was really hard on her because she was really self-conscious when she was in chemo because she lost a bunch of weight and didn't want to see me. And that was really hard on me because I didn't get to see her when she was skinny. I said, why are you worried about? You're skinny and you had reconstructive surgery. You're in LA 11. Kaboom. Yeah, because there's a history of cancer in my family because I even opened a bar for breast cancer survivors. I called it Hooter.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. There's a history of OCD and cancer in my family. So when I tell two cancer jokes, I have to tell two more. Kaboom. You know, like a melanoma joke. It's not great, but it grows on you. And then there's even something funny about a prostate exam. There is. I just can't put my finger on it.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Then, what's interesting is how my girlfriend found her cancer. Her dog got up on her bed and started licking her breast. I think it's pretty interesting. So some dogs can do that. And that was interesting. So when I got home, I talked to my dog. I said, Roxy, we're going to figure out if I have testicular cancer. Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Then my girlfriend's bugging me to get a colonoscopy.
What happened with the peanut butter?
Oh, did you like that?
Yeah, do it again with
Okay.
the peanut butter.
All right, because I wasn't sure.
Jokes now.
All right, because so when Pam, the way Pam told me, her dog jumped up on her bed and started licking her breast, and she found the lump. That's how she found the breast cancer. So when I found that out, I went home and I talked to my dog. I said, now we're going to find out if I have testicular cancer. That's not true. I'm allergic to peanuts. I am. I'm allergic to peanuts and peanut butter. I'm not going to, that's the wrong way to make your dick swell up. Kaboom.
Do it again. Let me hear it again.
All right. So the way Pam found her cancer is that her dog jumped up on her bed and started licking her breast. Then she felt the lump and went to the doctor. And when I found that out, I went to my dog. I said, Roxy, now we're going to find out if I have testicular cancer. I said, I'm just kidding. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. I'm actually allergic to peanut butter. I said, that's not how I want my dick to swell up.
Kaboom. Hilarious.
All right.
Okay, that now it makes sense.
All right.
You're at 28 minutes.
Okay. So my girlfriend keeps bugging me to get a colonoscopy, and I don't know if the VA will pay for it. Yes, I'm a veteran. Don't you feel better now that the military's not letting me have a gun anymore?
Kaboom.
Funny. They did the math. They just didn't want me to shoot everything twice.
Hilarious. Is that new?
Yes.
That's really funny.
All right, kaboom.
That's really funny.
They didn't want me to shoot everything twice. They were going to send me to Iraq. They said, how much stuff is this guy going to hoard in the green zone? Kaboom. The green. Yeah. So I don't know what the VA is going to pay for it, But then I heard about this English teacher. She was just so cheap. She had a semi-colonoscopy.
Kaboom.
But she had unfortunately she had a doctor who who didn't know grammar or spelling, who put her in an artificial comma because he thought she'd missed a period. Kaboom. Artificial comma because she thought she missed a period. Don't worry, I won't do this 2 more times. So I was in the military, and there's also a funny thing about the military. They didn't. Now they let gay people. When I was there, people really resented lesbians. They thought, why should one group of people get their casual clothes for free? Kaboom!
Kaboom!
Now they want to kick out transgender people, which I think is that's really mean too. I said, someone comes out as a woman and they only know they don't know how to match their wardrobe in one scheme, either beige or green or blue.
He did it again.
I said, they want to pick out transgender people. I mean, after all this, after everything they went to come out, you're gonna throw them out of the military when they haven't had any training, color coordinating outside of one scheme.
It's kind of funny because they go from a man to being a woman. So then they have to dress like a woman, which would confuse them. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, you have to dress like a woman. You have to color coordinate and everything. Are you kidding? You look at Air Force, wears all blue and white. Army is just green. Navy is white and beige, maybe blue. Marines.
Isn't Marines black? Everything black?
No, they have dress blues, and most of the time, actually, their camo looks just like Army or Navy camouflage.
And what's the difference from the Marines and the Army?
The Marines belong to the Navy.
So the Marines do what?
They they do a lot of the same stuff, but technically the Navy is supposed to. The Marines are part of the Navy, so the Navy sends them in as their infantry, and the Marines don't have medics; they use Navy corpsmen.
Why is that?
I don't know. I guess that's just what they figured was.
Now, what's an Army Ranger? My friend was one. He's batshit fucking crazy.
An Army
look like the picture of mental health. My 2 Army Ranger friends are completely fucking insane.
Really? Because one of the reasons I joined goes, you can go to Ranger school, and then I found out I was too old to go to Ranger school.
They're really nuts, though.
Yeah, they'll tell you.
My boy is really insane.
So it's probably a good thing I didn't go.
He was an explosives expert.
Oh, really?
He was one of those motherfuckers that could make bombs.
Oh, we could make bombs.
From everything. But what's interesting is he wound up getting a job with some generals, so he didn't have to go out and do all that shit. He did like a little bit. I think he was in Panama. But he had some cushy job where he worked for a general. He was like their assistant. But yeah, he was technically, But my other friend's brother's batshit crazy. He had like 100 kills. And this motherfucker's so crazy that they actually retired him. But he's really fucking, he's so nuts that I won't hang out with him. If I don't hang out with you, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Like my friend Byron will be like, hey, Matt's coming to town. I'm like, I'm good, man. Because I don't want to be in the middle of him blowing up a fucking supermarket or something. I don't want to be that character witness.
Right.
So I won't hang out. But I'm like, no, I'm good, man.
Wow. No, the Rangers are they're infantry, but they learn more stuff. They're airborne, and they do more endurance.
They do a lot of killing.
Yeah.
They do a lot of sniper type shit. They sneak up on people.
Could be, yeah.
The Rangers, they send them in, I think, ahead of the Army.
Right. Or they
clear everything. They do all the first kills, I think.
Or they do in the rougher terrain.
Right.
So they'll go in the more difficult terrain and more difficult obstacles. That's what they're trained to do. To go through more difficult because that's where the name comes, going over the range and figuring that stuff out. Because regular infantry has to learn how to do that stuff too. And then there's special forces, and sometimes they go nuts. And I was getting ready. I wanted to do that too, but I kept injuring my ankle on my own.
So what's the special forces for the Army?
Special forces. The Green Berets.
My cousin was one of those.
But there's
He's a fucking lunatic too.
But they're actually called Special Forces.
And then there's Delta, that's for the Air Force, right?
No, Delta is the Army too. And I remember I did when I ran my first marathon when I was in the Army. in Norfolk, and there was a guy. He was in Special Force. He just looked like a regular guy. He was in He goes, yeah, I think I'm just going to go for Delta Force. But he made it sound like I'm going to go for this promotion. He made it sound like he was getting a SAG card or something.
Wow.
Yeah, something that people are so in awe.
So the SEALs is the Navy.
Yeah.
What's the Air Force? Do they have a Special Forces?
They do. I don't know what it's called. And the Marines are Marine Recon. I don't know what the air.
What's his face was a recon? Jeff Karzai.
I know. Yeah.
That fucking maniac.
I haven't.
Showing us his kills on the
Yeah,
phone. I was
but
like, oh, nigga, put that
but
away.
a lot of military people do that, even if they're not recon.
Yeah, no, he snapped. And all of them are fucking rooms. Like what happens to them is they can't reassimilate into the they train them to kill people and be fucked up, and then they can't function when they come back because they're not used to it. It's
Right.
They're kind of deconditioned to be in society.
I wonder if it's probably like that in Germany. Except I wonder what it's like when the whole country goes through that. Because this country hasn't been invaded since 1812. You know, there was an attack on Pearl Harbor. That was it. There wasn't any long-term invasion where the horrors of war are visited upon everyone. I wonder, because if you have that commonality with the general population of having lived through something like that, it might be easier for you to reintegrate. But because then your basis or your base level of reality is at least similar to the soldiers who were coming home. If you're someplace completely different, you come here, you're in a war zone, you come back to this. How do you explain to everybody what you just saw, what you've been through? But if you're in Iraq and everything's blown to shit anyway, then everyone has a normal. That's what I wonder. So
What was Rambo? He like special forces.
I think so. Yeah, or
he was like spec ops, like dark ops, like somebody that they just created to kill shit, right?
yeah. I mean, maybe it was Delta Force, maybe it's just Special Forces. There were a lot of Special Forces in Vietnam.
He was like a superhuman fucking character.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a sixth one.
Oh, really?
They're shooting it, I think, now.
Oh, really?
He's playing a different character though. He's playing like a cowboy. He looks really good for an old man. He looks unfucking believable. David and I were supposed to teach him jujitsu because John, David's friend, does body work on him. He used to. And he said when you touch him, he felt like an old man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and from all the fucking drugs that he did, all the roids and shit. He said he's real stiff. I said he looks stiff. He's an old guy. You get stiffer as you get older.
Well, yeah, it gets stiff anyway.
Yeah, I mean, But yeah, he's John would go over the house and work on him for hours and just break up all the scar tissue.
Oh, really?
His neck,
Wow.
Tough guy. He said he's really a tough dude. I said,
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's really like that character. He's like those characters.
Well, kind of, except, I think he was going to have Dolph Lundgren used to be a kickboxer. And I said, I think for Rocky IV, he hit Sylvester Stallone so